Tenacious D's Kyle Gass deletes Instagram apology following Jack Black's riff over Trump's assassination comment. So, if you're completely uninformed, which you probably would be a bit more informed if you're on social media, cough cough. But I guess if you watch the news, you'll probably be even way more informed. On July 13th, there was an attempted assassination, or assassination attempt on Donald J. Trump, former president slash current Republican nomination. He got blipped up, but he survived. And there was a lot of, obviously, this is, what's weird? I don't want to get to the whole thing, to the whole tangent. Even though it's the biggest story probably in the world, at the same time, doesn't it not necessarily feel that crazy in the grand scheme of life right now?
Yeah, I mean, I saw the news and I was like, damn, that's crazy. And that was about it, to be honest.
Yeah. It's almost like, just given the time and the fact that, I mean, in theory, there have been uh, literal presidents that got assassinated. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of chaos in this world, and I don't think I don't think this got anybody to be just stop in the moment and like really think about everything. But anyway, so yeah,
Wait.
they,
I maybe I disagree a little bit. Like I when I think about it, it it is like pretty insane. Like
which is
I don't
fine.
know what
Which
you.
is fine. I'm not saying this for everybody. I'm just saying like I think for a lot of people, again, this is again the biggest story potentially in the world. I just don't think it's so unfathomable. Like this is like people are super shocked that this could ever happen.
Mm, okay.
Yeah,
But
when
again,
I first heard the
yeah,
news, my first thought wasn't, wow, this dude almost got killed. It was, damn, this is gonna help
Mm,
his run in his nomination run for office. That was my first thought. Like,
mm,
it's just kind of like at this point, it happened. It
yeah.
was kind of crazy, but yeah.
But anyway, let me not go off the rails too crazily. And you actually kind of brought the story, so I guess I'll kind of pass it to you. But yeah, it seems like in the wake of the assassination, there was a whole bunch of commentaries on it. Every news station and pundit was talking about it. Everybody was weighing in. Obviously, like you had mentioned, like some people are probably this probably put a battery in a lot of people's back to actually vote and or back up Trump. Some people obviously feel differently. Some people kind of, I don't want to say jump out the window, but it looks kind of sus when they're going as far as say stuff was staged. And you just have people making jokes, like the vast majority of social media, which is why I'm kind of surprised this is even a story. But apparently, today, like I read in the on the title, Tenacious D, um, Kyle Gass, Tenacious D is the group of I never knew that guy's name, but Kyle Gass is group with Jack Black. He made some jokey jokes that he later had to recant. So what's the question here goes?
So, long story short, he said, I think he said, yeah, I'll read it directly. It was his birthday, and he said, make a wish. Uh, and Japla said to Kalgaz, make a wish. And Kalgaz said, don't miss Trump next time. And this is on the night of the shooting.
Jeez.
And yeah, so after that happened, Jack Black released a statement that basically said, we don't condone this. We're uh we're not with wishing harm on a political candidate. I'm paraphrasing here. And Kyle Gass did not share the same sentiment, and it seems that they came at odds or whatever, and all the future creative ventures for Tenacious D are put on hold. Kyle Gass has since put out an Instagram post for an apology and then recanted it,
Damn.
basically saying that, yeah, actually, I did mean that shit. But my question isn't really directed at all this uh,
What
hoopla.
did he
It's more
mean?
so,
Did he mean did he mean I can joke about this, or did he mean homeboy shouldn't have missed?
uh, I don't know. Maybe the article says, but I kind of feel like he's saying both.
Jesus.
Yeah. So my question is more so about the initial remark itself, because yeah, it was a joke, but in a lot of people's minds, it's a joke in poor taste because you're literally making quips about a man being killed. But on the flip side, if if this was Biden who this happened to, I feel like none of us would be surprised if there were some Republican sentiments that were along these lines. So my question is there someone, or do you have any thoughts on if someone in your mind is morally reprehensible enough to deserve death, or if not deserve death, deserve jokes being made about it and you not having any remorse towards it, even if they may be a bad person? And if something like this did happen to you, would you stand on it? Stand on a comment like that and like actually believe it, or do you think that it's going too far?
Hmm.
Good topic. Good topic.
Fair enough. What do you think, Ace?
Um, this is very tough. Uh, yeah, if we pull it outside of the politics and just try to look at, is there a hypothetical person, or not even a hypothetical, well, yeah, a hypothetical person that I could be fine making jokes about their death? Um, would I do
Any dictators, current or past?
that?
You want to know the stupidest thing that my mind equated this to was, it is not a one to one, but the whole Joker killing the Joker argument in
Wait, what?
comics, killing
Killing
the Joker,
killing the Joker.
like when Batman doesn't kill the Joker because of the principle and we got to be
Oh
better than
yeah.
them. But people always say, yeah, you got to kill him because he's responsible for X, Y, and Z amount of pain and suffering. This kind of a trash equivalency, but that's where my mind jumped.
No, yeah.
Like,
I
I
mean,
don't know
that's
if it's
not
any.
that does that that adds something to it, because I do think about joke. I mean, I think joking about somebody's death versus um versus deliberately making attempts to bring about their death are very different things.
Yeah, those aren't even
And
comparable. What?
yeah,
Well, you could argue. I'm not saying this about Kyle Gass in particular, but if someone with enough clout was to express a sentiment that Trump should have been taken out, maybe that inspires more people to follow in their footsteps and try to finish the job.
mm.
Yeah, yeah. We can't ignore that. But I mean, I think
Yeah,
we're long.
I get it. It's
I
it's
think we're
it's kind of a
long.
stretch.
I think we're long past the. And I think these guys are literally like a comedic performance type of joint. I think we're long past the thing of like you can make comedic jokes and gestures. Like we're not gonna rewrite history and like all the things that what's the guy's name? George Carlton and not Carlton. What is it? Carlin or something like that? Forget. Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor. Like we're not gonna like. Comedians have been saying the wildest shit since the beginning
Yeah.
of time. We're not. The jokes are gonna be jokes. But sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I don't know. This is very difficult. I wouldn't do it in public, right? Obviously. If I did it in private and it became well known, I do kind of feel like I would stand on it because if I were to make a joke like this, the person would have to be like just straight up evil. Like there wouldn't really be much middle ground in terms of whether there was any good in the person or not. Um so I don't I think I would stand on it. And then or was that was the full extent of the question, right?
Well, yeah, it's I mean the joke plays into it, but my thing is more so the sentiment behind the joke on actually wishing death on somebody,
Yeah.
even if they may or may not deserve it. And a joke is a lot different than carrying out the deed, but
How do you tell me if somebody deserves it?
I don't know. That's kind of that's part of the question. Like if we're talking about like Trump, who many consider to be evil, or Putin, who many consider to be evil, some dictator like I mean Hitler, everyone considers to be evil, but there's kind of like a balance in that. Like you said, Ace, a lot of people are not just straight up the devil, and
Hmm.
there's no irredeemable qualities, no it, people. A lot of people, even if they're like really bad people, if you just say in public, "Oh, I wish this person died," you're gonna get some sideways looks. So I'm not here
Exactly.
to argue
Right.
if Trump belongs in that category or not.
Okay.
My thing is more so just in general the sentiment behind someone that you think personally, even if they may or may not deserve it, if you think they deserve to die, are you justified to that opinion?
Yeah.
They,
The problem is just that it would be so extreme that the situation like the way we're you're kind of proposing it 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 wouldn't even be a question like but it would almost have to be something where this person has directly done some harm to people I know. Like, there's no question about it. So,
yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, of course he.
I kind of want to ask, which I'm not going. Don't answer this, but what about Trump?
No, 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 no,
I mean, okay.
no,
Yeah, like it has to. If it's not somebody that's like across the, if it's not like a freaking Joseph Stalin, like if there's any level of like intention, whether they are somewhat level of positive. It was like a unfortunately like if it's not contentious, like I mean, like putting that death on somebody is like I don't know, like what? Why are we ever doing that? But if you want to joke about it, and that's another thing. Like I'm trying. I guess it does evolve them being like a public figure, but like, bro, if you were on social media, going back to what we were talking about, like the night this happened, you know how many like jokes like when you're playing Call of Duty, but your wife steps in to bother you at the last second. Like there's so many like people making jokes were flying. Black
But
Twitter was going
yeah,
crazy. Like
jokes. The jokes are the jokes, but you might have been seeing different, but I didn't see anyone like actively saying, "Damn, I wish they hit him." It's just a step above for me. But
yeah,
other than
I guess you could say like this guy's joke was like whack. Like what? Like what?
yeah, yeah, it's just more so like the explicit uh I can't think of the word, but condoning of the action. I don't know if I saw that anyone go that far as this dude did.
Yeah.
I mean, there were definitely some folks that were like, damn, he missed a frowny face, or damn, homeboy got a trash aim. Like, dude, like, there was a lot of that, but it's just like, you at least gotta be funny. If you're not funny, then it's like, what? But I don't know if the crowd was laughing or not. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
it's
I am
very
kind
funny.
of curious.
Um, but yeah, I mean, ultimately speaking, I don't think anyone here is gonna come on here and say like, yeah, it's cool to inherently like wish death on somebody, because that's like, let's get into like judgment territory. We're not rocking with that. As far as making jokes, yeah, the rule is about that. You just typically have to be funny. If you're not funny, then you're just not gonna get it. Um, but yeah, I mean, as far as like standing on it, um, I mean, it depends on if you actually feel some level of remorse from about it, and also whenever you are making jokes, you should have some level of put yourself in that other person's position. Like, imagine if it were you or somebody that you cared about. Like, at the end of the day, like, Trump and other folks, again, unless they are just completely across the board, or the consensus is that we don't want them. People got families, people got children, grandkids. Like, so if looking back at that joke, you'd be like, and that would be messed up if I was in that person's shoes, then yeah, you might want to pull it back and be like, my bad, I didn't mean it like that. But yeah, for the most part, I mean, I guess maybe it's just a me type person. If I say something, I'm probably gonna stand on it. But yeah, yeah. Again, I'm surprised like this guy got caught up in it, because I mean, like, what, like. If you a public figure and you ever get on blast of something everyone else doing, I'd be like, y'all weren't mad when everyone else on Twitter did it.
Yeah, he got the former prime minister of Australia criticizing him. Like, damn, they did not like him.
But yeah,
I guess you
damn,
just got to be famous enough people to care.
you gotta be funny, is what you gotta be. But yeah, yeah, that was definitely man, everyone and their mom had comments about it. Like, so it is what it is. But there's nothing else. Come on to the next topic.